most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session as we see Bitcoin rejecting higher time frame range, previous value area low, now becoming resistance, and we drop back down. So let's have a look at where we've come from and where we are possibly going over the next 24 hours. Run for the exit or buy the fucking dip. Follow the data wherever it leads you, even if it takes you to some dark places. Who says that? Michio Kaku, I think his name is, a physicist. Michio Kaku, not even a trader. Okay, but let's have a look at where we've come from and where we're going. We're going to concentrate on Bitcoin today because you ain't going to get much from your alts unless big boy Bitcoin implies direction. All right, so yesterday morning, woke up yesterday morning, not too bad. Sunday pump, Trump pump you could call it, couldn't you? Okay, so right back up to the old range, daily and 4-hour range, what was potentially going to become resistance or flip this zone to support. And I know that absolutely everybody's looking at that and saying that the same thing yesterday. Everyone was chirping the same diagnosis, weren't they? But that is the way to look at it. Okay, you either flip that zone, continue the range, get some dynamic bid, push up, or you find supply and you turn this zone into resistance. That is what we got yesterday, and the order flow was absolutely beautiful, to be honest. So waking up yesterday morning, we still had some bid under price, so there was still potential for a push up. Largest offers at that time 95k, and then a little bit higher at 98k. Okay, weekly open, that is wrong there. Actually, the weekly open was just in this zone here. Mark that wrong. Okay, but there you go. Old range value area low. Okay, so you reclaim that zone and push back up, or you turn it into resistance. As the day progressed, we turned it into resistance, didn't we? So let me just go into that thread slightly. It's quick to show you one here. Offers closing in on BTC at 95k. Good risk reward short, in my honest opinion. Okay, so as the day progressed, okay, we snapped down, took a little bit of that bid. We got a slight bounce into the US session, but then the offers just continued to come down and chase price down. And the selling in here as well, if you were watching the order flow yesterday, the selling from the perpetuals market was so aggressive. I've not seen anything like it in a long while. So very, very good risk reward, short trade there, and there we go. And then even later on in the day, okay, offers still chasing price down from that 8 to 9k region. Okay, so even if you were just day trading this and you saw that later on in the day, that's still a nice day trade, scalp short protection just over those order blocks there. Okay, so follow the data wherever it leads you. Okay, and that's where we are today. So we've come down, filled the CME gap from last week. I think it's actually a partial fill of the old CME gap in that 78, 77k region. And we still do have a weekly NPOC there as well. Okay, so yeah, if you're on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, trying to update these charts a little bit more often, or join us in the TRDR Discord as well. Similar sort of post in the TRDR Discord and the Telegram chat as well. Telegram chat active as well. A lot of the guys in there catching those short trades as well. Go give Morpheus a follow on Twitter as well. He was posting the short trades out on Telegram and on Twitter as well, at Morpheus TRDR, I believe it is. Okay, so yeah, same thing in Discord as well, posting those for the guys. Okay, as the day progresses, you can just see that heavy supply coming in, heavy supply, aggregated supply, perps pressure coming in, applying that pressure. Really aggressive there from the BTC bears there, absolute savagery. So give us a follow in the TRDR Discord, links below as well for that one. So where are we going now? Okay, so we're going to concentrate on Bitcoin, like I say, because I think I want to build now a little bit of a higher time frame picture of what we can potentially see. We have back tested that old range low, okay, after the Trump pump. It has to be said as well, if you are following these cunts and just, you know, blindly buying dips and stuff and not following that data, then yeah, okay, you're going to get offsided. If you don't know where the liquidity is, sir or madam, you are the liquidity. Okay, so we were always going to look for shorts a little bit higher up as we pushed up. Low volume, low liquidity, Sunday pump was never going to end well. Okay, so with that being said, let's go and have a look at what is going on in the trading view charts and see what we can foresee. So just a 1 hour chart there, but what I want to do is go higher time frame. And before we do that quickly, it has to be said as well that risk assets were absolutely nosediving yesterday. Nvidia, last time I saw it before US close was, yeah, 7-8% down. Pre-market, we are still down ever so slightly now. Mini futures coming back down to the trend line here, so I could see mini futures S&P down a little bit further, and it's one of those occasions where everything is a little bit down, isn't it? Okay, so 10 years down, and even Dixie is coming down a little bit as well. Okay, so if these continue to fall, and then we find a little bit of demand on risk assets, then that could be good, but yeah, we need to see a little bit more from the bulls, to be honest. They have been rather weak. So let's have a top-down view of Bitcoin, okay, and see where we can potentially build a higher time frame picture. Let's build a recipe, okay, because now that we are coming down here, you know, you can day trade, scalp these any which way you want. There was some good trading up and down last week. I think there was even potentially a good scalp long yesterday on a few assets. But the bigger trades have been down. I mean, last week's weekly candle looked phenomenal, doesn't it? Okay, so, you know, yeah, okay, we're at the beginning of the week. You've still got time to put in a bid here. And do we close this weekly and, you know, confirm this pin bar and up? But, you know, I certainly need to see a lot more from the bulls to commit to any higher time frame swings on the portfolio or, you know, anything else. And we're not seeing that right now. So let's have a look. So basically what I want to present you is some higher time frame levels. If we're looking at a weekly chart, we're going to go top down, weekly, daily, 4 hour, and I'll have a look at the 1 hour as well, but really you want to be concentrating on some higher time frame charts. Okay, so the weekly chart here, where is our nearest support? Okay, very, very easy, you know, traders 101. I'd say there 71. Okay, you could even go as far as to say your last weekly levels were around there. Okay, it's 69k, but I'm gonna go there for now as a first protocol. Okay, so 71 into the 70k. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that I will show you in the order flow as well. Okay, guys, so that is where we are. Okay, don't get me wrong, if we start to see some really, really aggressive bidding in here with all the recipe that we want to see for risk on, bullish divergences and all the rest of it, then yes, certainly we might get another bounce and it might take time to get down here. But I'm certainly seeing a lot of higher time frame confluence that says we could visit this zone down here. Okay, it's 70, 71k. Daily chart. Okay, so now we're presented with a very, very clean chart that shows us the rejection from that range. Okay, so higher time frame daily range, which has been very, very nice to play. Bounce down, wick up, we then actually come and turn this zone into resistance. Very, very easy in here. Okay, so this is your range. Okay, this is your range. That is where you'd have to reclaim yesterday. You've actually turned that into resistance and you've rejected it. Okay, and here we go. We're coming down now. CME gap, yeah, I think it is a bit of a partial fill, that old one from last week. Certainly a good long last week anyway, if anyone took that. I know a lot of the guys in the Discord and the Telegram and the socials took that long. Very, very good one. Good order flow that suggested we were going to move back up last week. Okay. Weekly MPOC there, and then again just on the daily time frame, old range value area high. So like we've got up here, okay, you've got your range here, we've broke down, we've come back up, we've rejected. There was absolutely tons and tons of supply in that zone as well, so very, very good risk reward short at a classic tier level. Bounce, reject, come down. Okay, do we now come down? Okay, fill some of these zones. Okay, fill the gap traders, fill the weekly MPOC. It might take a little bit of time. Old range value area high, where is that from? Just from this zone here. Okay, so similar to what you've just seen. Do we now come down, back test this zone? Okay, if you just remember these levels, 70, so we'll just call it 70, between 70 and 71. Okay, that is going to be in confluence with our weekly chart as well. The next real higher time frame zone I would like to do a little bit of business in. Not to say there won't be trades in between, you know, a little bit of bouncery, a little bit of jiggery pokery around this area, but higher time frame, I certainly think if you were wanting to apply a bit of spot back into your portfolio, if you've risked off any spot into the highs of the last couple of months, I think this is now going to be very, very, very good value down here in that 70k zone. Okay, 4 hour chart. There we go. I just wanted to zoom out and show you that 4 hour chart and that absolute classic rejection with the weekly open, with the quarterly open there as well. There you go, 4 hour range, absolute classic tier and down. Okay, so bit of an order block here near that CME gap, weekly MPOC, and I've still got that mark there as well. Okay, so it looks quite far away, doesn't it? Okay, so it might take a bit of time, bit of chopping here before we can get down there, but that is the zone I'm keeping an eye on. Higher time frame, maybe it takes a week, maybe it takes 2 weeks, maybe in the next 15 minutes we just gig a nuke down there and we all get a fill. Okay, But yeah, 4 hour time frame, just look at that rejection there, absolutely perfect, and the order flow was very, very in confluence with that as well. Right, so 1 hour time frame. Let me just zoom in here. So what I've got here is basically the old, I started to draw a range now of this zone from last week. Okay, so here we've got our 1 hour, I'm just going to call it 1 hour range lows, okay, and then 1 hour range highs there. Okay, so we've just absolutely failed the old range value area high, like mentioned, back little bounce. We did actually get some bid there off that 200 1 hour MA with the monthly and weekly VWAP just sitting under there as well. We did actually get a bounce there yesterday. A couple of guys were playing longs in that area yesterday, and you got a little bit, but I think really the main meat on the bone was from the short side trades yesterday, and here we are. Okay, so we're just sat under this monthly open now. Okay, so do we start to create a bit of a higher low here just on this 1 hour chart, and then maybe revisit some of these levels, maybe even up to 88, and then get a further rejection? You know, you've got to consider this could now take a bit of time. If Nick is suggesting that, you know, he wants a bit lower right down here, you know, I'm certainly not going to think that I'm going to get that anytime soon. So maybe we trade these levels in between, like we have been doing in this zone, like we've been doing here, and last week's short. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll go from there, okay? But if we just giga nuke, as I would say, I would certainly yeah, I mean, I would hold a bit of this short, to be honest, if you've got, certainly if you've executed well up there. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's jump into the TRDR console and have a look at what the savage bears are doing today.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Hi there guys, welcome back into the TRDR console then, as we have a look at what is going on with the order flow. If you're not familiar with this console, where the hell have you been? Grab a link from below and grab yourself a free trial, okay? If you need some more in-depth education, okay? If this volatility and price action is causing you losses in your trading and in your market analysis, then grab yourself a little bit of further education with the Art of Data-Driven Market Analysis course, link below as well. Full online course on the TRDR console and the order flow, new 1 hour 24-minute video, and access to the private Discord as well. All right guys, so look, let's jump in. So a little bit of an overview here really of what has been going on. ETH supply rejection, okay, finding a little bit of bid. It's getting some spot bid on the way down. You've now got a level at 2k on ETH. I think this is quite a nice level, okay, so maybe we can play some bounces down here. SU, okay, very nice, very clean chart. Rejection, bit of supply there from the old Fauci alert, as we call it, and down. Very, very good risk reward trades. Finding a bit of bid now, spot double band bid. Okay, so maybe we get a couple of bounces today, but I'm not too hopeful. I do have to say the bears have been savage. And then one of the best charts out there, if you are just day trading, scalping, whatever, Solana, Soy Boy Sol, has been one of the best charts in the last month or so, okay? You could literally bin off all the other altcoins, not even trade them. I've been saying this for a while. Stick to the majors, stick to the Bitcoin chart, stick to the Sol chart. Absolutely, look at the risk reward short on here. Stops above the order block here. Double band, spot alert, Fauci alert, you know, at the just into the Asian session open on Sunday, so absolutely brilliant there. And nearest order block on Sol, 125, okay? But again, Sol, higher time frame, breaking market structure. It's going to follow Bitcoin to a certain extent, like all the rest of the coins are. But yeah, really, really clean chart. And here we go, BTC. I'm going to zoom into this on a second, but you can just see how savage the bears were, dropping the offers all the way down. And then midway through the US session yesterday, enough's enough, bang, and away you go. Okay, so let's have a look at this on the full chart window then, and just see if anyone is actually bidding. Okay, so old CME gap there, just going to get rid of that. Okay, so we're just sat under the monthly open now. We've got a slight bit of aggregated bid coming back into the market, 750 mil, we'll just call it, okay, aggregated bid, and we can see that the market's turned a little bit more green yesterday. So spot are bidding here, so that's nice to see, but they were bidding yesterday. Not convinced by that one yesterday, because aggregated bid was still lacking. We're still in a supply zone there, and you can even see the offers just covering price if we did get a higher bounce. Okay, but yeah, no major bid right here right now. 750 million mainly coming from Bitstamp, Coinbase Pro, Coinbase USDT, and yeah, cracking with a bit of bid as well. The main one you want to concentrate really on now, because they absolutely bossed the market yesterday is perps. All right, so here we go. Perps so aggressive yesterday. If you were watching the order flow yesterday, as I was, I actually mentioned to the guys, I said, look, I'd love to get over 95. There's going to be a liquidity pocket up there from the weekend. I'd love to get 95.1, 95.2. As the day progresses, you've just got to sometimes, you've got to take the trade. You can analyze it all you want. You've just got to take the trade. And anyone taking the trade up here from the BTC Diamond there, risk reward was absolutely brilliant. I've not seen perpetuals, derivatives, bears and sell side this aggressive in a long time. Moving offers down. So they moved the offers down here, moved the offers down here, really attacking. And then again, at the end of the US session, moving the offers down, even on a slight bounce there, just towards the end of the US session, aggressive selling, and bang, you're down again. Okay, so one thing to be said now, yeah, okay, offers lifted. We're now getting some bid here, okay? Bear in mind, it's 2.5 to 5% away. What does that mean? It literally means your nearest bid is 2.5 to 5% away. So maybe a couple of bounces today, but I would certainly be inclined to hold a bit of that short. If you've executed from the 95k region or even higher, yeah, I would be inclined to hold a bit of short to see if we can dip down a little bit lower. And what I just want to show you quickly is a very clean top level chart. Okay, so you remember the 70/71k zone that I'm liking for a bit of confluence. Where is our largest order block that people are wanting to fill? Right down here in 70k, okay, 71k I'll call it. So again, it might take a bit of time to get there, although it's not too far away now. It might take a bit of time to get there, but I think this zone is going to be ultimate risk reward swing long zone, okay? And we don't often talk about swing longs in the live sessions on these videos, but I think, you know, you get into a point where if you can get some value down here, then yeah, that's going to be it. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the other stuff then. What is going on with volume? 15-minute volume, not too much going on really. Open interest has come down, funding's coming down slightly now, so that's good. No bullish divergences, so to speak, at the minute, and we can just see the retail traders. Yes, we don't like to call it that, okay, but 10k and under order sizes from the retail traders trying to long the dip all the way down here, okay, as I hope that you guys were just holding out on some short positions, okay. High time frame liquidity has been looking quite good over the last few days. Let me just check that for you. Yeah, high time frame liquidity has come quite down quite a lot. We did get a rise over that weekend, which is never the best, to be honest. You know, weekend traders, low liquidity, low volume. It's now come down again, okay, so I certainly wouldn't be. You want to be short from these zones, don't you, from these highs? I certainly wouldn't be chasing shorts right here, right now, okay? You can quite easily get a little bit of a squeeze today, even for a few percent, and that's going to wreck you if you're using a leverage, if you're a high gun slinging leverage trader, okay? So I certainly wouldn't be chasing shorts here. I'd just like to see a bit of development a little bit lower if we can get it. But open interest on our RSI metric that I really do like, now coming down to those lower bands. Spot has been down here for a while, okay? And perps, nice flush on perps as well down to this lower end. So any further price action down is only going to reset these metrics a lot more, and I think we're going to look pretty good for higher time frame. Bear in mind, this is a 4-hour chart for higher time frame swing exposure. All right, guys, so not going to get uber bearish as we are falling. I never like to do that. You know, you get these people and they say, oh, look at this, it looks shit. Yeah, it does look a bit shit, but I'm not going to get uber bearish as we fall. I'd rather get bearish up there and concerned in these zones as everyone else gets a little bit bullish. All right, guys. So with that being said, we will be live in the US session, so join us there. Okay, drop us a comment. What have you thought about the recent price action? I think if you're a trader, okay, you're still enjoying the price action very much. So if you're a spot bag holder and believer, you're probably going through all sorts of emotions at the minute. Join us later in the live session. Speak soon. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?